Hello and welcome to the garden and to this presentation on the Regenerative Teamwork Course, which is a 5-week course on sustainable and effective collaboration. And the presentation will be around 5 to 10 minutes. And in it, I will talk a bit about the context, about the guiding questions, the influences, the format, the session elements, and also the session content. And to begin with a bit of context, many people say that we are living in a VUCA world. So VUCA is an acronym standing for volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. And these factors often create a lot of difficulty and stress for organizations and the individuals working in those organizations. And the effect that I've seen many times in coachings that these factors have on teams and organizations are that people land in burnout, that there are internal conflicts, sometimes implicit, sometimes explicit, and sometimes also that organizations just go out of business. And when we think of regenerative teamwork and also regeneration in general, we can look at different areas of regeneration. So one is inner regeneration. We're looking at ourselves, our inner worlds and how we relate to the world. Another one is looking at groups and relational regeneration. So also looking at group dynamics and group fields and culture. And a third one is systemic regeneration. So looking at the systems that are in place in our organizations or also in the world and regenerating them. And in regenerative teamwork, you want to create win-win-win situations. So something that is good for the individual, good for the group, and good for the organization. And in our journey, we have a couple of guiding questions. So one is, how do we create a fertile ground for healthy collaboration? So what variables or parameters have to be in place for healthy collaboration to happen? Then what practices can help us become a life-affirming, resilient, and effective organization? And how can we create a culture of trust, care, and belonging? And the format of the course is it's a 5-week learning and practice journey, which features a 2-hour Zoom call every week. There is a combination of theory and practice. There is an online learning platform where we can upload some input and can also connect and share. And there is a big focus on practice and exchange. So there's a bit of theory, but the juice often lies really in the practice and in exchanging with other people. There's many different influences which went into this course. So psychology, sociocracy, agile and integral organizational development, mindfulness, mediation, nonviolent communication. And the last two you might not be so familiar with is microsolidarity and the work that reconnects, which are more like larger frameworks for the course. There is many different elements in each session. So one is theoretical input, which takes the form of usually 15 to 20 minutes of a talk from my side on various topics. There is a lot of exercises in the group. There's some self-reflection exercises. There's also a lot of opportunity for dialogue and exchange. And as I already mentioned, there is the community platform. And to just briefly go into the content of the sessions. So module 1 is basically an introduction and connection. So we ask ourselves the question, what is regenerative teamwork? And we get to know each other and clarify also our intentions. Module 2 is about safety and appreciation as a foundation, and ask the question, how do we create healthy and safe group spaces? So there's a lot about psychological safety and certain cultural aspects. Module 3 is called conflict as a catalyst, and the question is, how can we deal constructively and creatively with challenges and conflicts? So we go a lot into conflict theory, into mediation, into nonviolent communication, and other frameworks. Another module is decision-making by consent. how do we make clear and efficient decisions through consent. And we go into various decision-making tools and then practice decisions by consent. And the final module deals with retrospectives and is also an outlook into the future, and asks the question, how can we become a continuously learning organization? And there's one larger framework question that I really like, which asks, how can we enjoy ourselves along the way? Because that is one thing that often falls short in organizations. And a wise person once said, if it's not fun, it's not sustainable. So if you want to join the fun and the journey, you can follow the link that is in the description below, and go to the website and sign up there. I'm looking forward to seeing some of you there.